Hi, and welcome to this webinar. I'm really excited to be here with you because we will talk about some super important things for your financial future. So let me know in the chat if you can see me, if you can hear me. So just type OK or everything works or something like this. So if you don't know me, I'm Robert Tolik, the international best-selling author of this book, The $1 Million Decision. That has been translated into many languages. Here you can see the Chinese Mandarin version and the Cyrillic version. So yeah, everything okay, perfect, great. And today we will talk about this crazy investing environment that we are living in. We will talk about the interest rates. As you can see, interest rates all around the world are at zero. This means that your savings in the bank produce nothing or a negative real return when you account for inflation. So we will talk about inflation that is hitting more than 5% all around the world. And this is the official rate. So unofficial rates are higher, maybe 5, 7, 8, 10% annually. What does this mean for your savings? What does this mean for your investments? We will talk about the stock market. We will talk about how my clients achieved 162% portfolio growth in the last 2 years. And that is amazing. And I will show you how they did it. So without further ado, let's get down to business. I will share my slides now. Just a second. Window, here it is, yes. And I will also make chat private now, okay? I will make chat private now so that you can focus on my presentation. So all messages are private from now on, okay? So you can focus on my presentation, okay? And in the end, I will also have Q&A. So you will be able to ask me different questions at the end of the webinar. Okay, so let's take a look at the topics for today. The first topic will be the current crazy investing environment. So we will talk about what is happening in the financial world. We will talk about what is happening with the interest rates. We will talk about inflation and other crazy things that are happening all around us. Then 7 costly investing mistakes and how to avoid them. This is super important because a lot of people, they cannot even achieve amazing returns with their investments because they are first lose their money by making the different crazy mistakes, okay? Then how Millionaire Money Making Machine course members, so this is my course, achieved 162% portfolio growth, so total portfolio growth in the last 2 years. This is an amazing growth, and I will show you how we did it with buy and hold strategy. So we are not traders, okay? We are not traders. We are not trading. We are long-term investors, and we are buying and holding, okay? So it's a very interesting topic, and I will show you how we did it. And the last topic for today will be my top investments for the next 5 years. So what is my opinion? What is my view? What will be the best performing investment or investments for the next 5 years? So if it will probably surprise you that 10 years ago, I had no clue about personal finance, no clue about investing. So how come that I am a best-selling author on this topic right now, and I'm teaching people about this topic all around the world? Well, it's an interesting story. I was born in a very small village called Zarečje, in a country with only 2 million population, a very small country called Slovenia in the heart of Europe. My parents were working in a socialistic factory nearby, and we never had money at home. Whenever I asked my father, a very tough guy with Jimi Hendrix hairstyle, whenever I asked him as a teenager for something, the reply was always the same. Robert, we don't have any money. We cannot afford it. And that was the story of my childhood. I had no special talents. I only started to learn English when I was a teenager. That is why I still have this funny accent. If you are a neutral observer, you would say that I will never amount to anything. But I had something that changed this fate. I was very curious, and I always dreamt about a better life. So I would go to a nearby town, and in the library there, I would borrow books. My favorite author at that time was Brian Tracy, the personal development legend, and I would read his books all the time, and I would dream about this better future. And when I was a student, later on, I was studying in the capital city of Slovenia. The opportunity presented itself, and I started my own company from zero. And after 5 years of hard work, my company started to become very successful. And we started to make a lot of money. So I was very lucky in business. And I even organized, at that time, my company organized an event with the man himself, with Brian Tracy. I also have a photo from this event. Oh, sorry, wrong photo. This is the correct one. So on the 10th of March, 2005, this is me, we hosted a seminar with Brian Tracy, and it was a huge success. I made a lot of money with that seminar. Me and Brian, we became friends, and it was really a turning point in my business career. But you know what? Earning a lot of money brings all sorts of problems. And the biggest problem I had was where to put it. I was an entrepreneur. I knew that I should invest some of the money that I make for my kids, for the family, for pension, and so on. But I didn't know how. So I trusted financial advisors and money managers. And year after year, I gave them basically all of my business profits. So after years and years of doing that, me and my wife, Sarah, we had a conversation about our personal finance. And she said, Robert, I know that you don't care what is happening with that money, but why don't you just check, what is the status of all these investments? So I ordered all the account statements from all these companies. And when the envelopes arrived, it was like, what? Are there some zeros missing? Money that we worked hard to earn was mostly gone. I was totally devastated. I couldn't believe it. And that was the start of the darkest period of my life. I started to become depressed. I lost the energy to work and drive to work in my company. And it was really, really a tough time for me. But I was lucky that we already had signed an agreement with Brian Tracy for his third seminar with us. And when after that seminar, I asked him if you can go to dinner. And then I told him all about my problems at that dinner. And then Brian Tracy said something that totally changed my life. And it may as well change your life too. Robert, it doesn't matter how much you earn. All that matters is if you have the skills to manage your money and to invest it. And at that moment, I realized I don't have these skills. I blindly trust the financial industry. So I made perhaps the most important decision of my life. I will become one of the most financially literate people in this world, no matter what. So in the next 7 years, I started to invest heavily in my financial education. I read more than 300 books. I attended more than 200 seminars, workshops, and other events. I was basically building my financial muscles. I was building my financial muscles. I also talked with a lot of financial insiders and so on. So I was building my financial muscles. And I have a photo of me then. No Photoshop used. So after these 7 years, you might say that I know everything there is about personal finance and investing. But unfortunately, it was not so. Only after these 7 years, I started to realize that the devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. I started to realize that there are some tiny details and in the financial world. And if you don't know them, the financial industry will crush you and you will lose your money. So after I learned about these details, I got my investments back on track and I started to produce amazing returns with my money. But then I realized that most people all around the world have the same problems. They don't know these details. They don't know how the financial industry is taking their money without them even being aware of it. So that is why I decided to write a book and to have my seminars all around the world. And I also created my own investing system that I use personally to invest, and also the same system is being used by thousands and thousands of people all around the world that attend my seminars. So the name of the system is Millionaire Money Making Machine Investing System. And I was lucky and honored that I was able to share this system with tens of thousands of people all around the world. These are a couple of photos from my seminars. This is in London, where I shared the stage with Gary Vaynerchuk. This is in Moscow, where I shared the stage with Brian Tracy. So at first I read his books. Then I invited him to speak at my seminar, and then we shared the stage at the same event in Moscow. So it was really an honor. And right now I'm speaking also at a lot of these online events. For example, like this one, I shared the online stage with Jack Canfield, with Mark Victor Hansen, and so on. And of course, you know the book, international bestseller. These are Cyrillic and Chinese Mandarin versions. It was published also in India, in Taiwan, Bulgaria, and so on. And the book and everything that I do brought me a lot of media attention. So I was featured at a lot of TV stations, media outlets, newspapers, and so on. So this is European TV stations, American TV station, Russian TV station, and so on. So if I wrap this up, if I just summarize the first part, knowing the right details gets you a great return. Ignore them and you just crash and burn. So when it comes to investing, you need to know the right details, and then you can have amazing returns. Okay, so let's take a look at the first topic now. The current crazy investing environment and how to navigate in this environment. So the first thing that you need to understand, so today I could talk for hours just about this topic, but I will just tell you some really crucial things, and I will just summarize some really important guidelines, okay, in a couple of minutes. So I don't want to talk about this topic for hours, and I want to keep it simple, okay? So I will just tell you what is the super important stuff here. So the first super important thing is interest rates. All the central banks all around the world have the same policy right now, almost zero interest rates. This means that when you put your money in the bank, you get zero interest, okay? Now, this is a problem. So your money doesn't grow in the bank. But because we have money printing to infinity and beyond, we also have inflation, okay? Inflation numbers are staggering right now. And in the United States, are hitting more than 5% annually right now. And this is just the official rate. Unofficial, real rate is perhaps 7, 8, 9, 10% per year. So this means that your money, the purchasing power of your money, halves in just 8 years. And that's totally crazy. That's totally crazy. So when you account zero interest rates, plus when you have money printing and inflation, you basically, when you have your money in your bank account, you are losing 5 to 10% every year. 5 to 10% every year. Let me show you a couple of examples. A cup of coffee in 1970 cost 0.25, so 1/4. Now the average price is 2.99. Okay, this means that the purchasing power went down 92% from 1970 till now. But you will say, okay, this is a very, it's like 50 years or more than 50 years. Let's take a look at shorter time period, 20 years. Okay, this is something we can wrap our heads around. Okay, so let's say that you are buying a home in United States. In the year 2000, the median home price was $119,000. Now it's $389,000. This means that the purchasing power of your money when it comes to real estate went down 70%. Okay, 70%. So these are the real numbers, and it's crazy. We have never seen we haven't seen this kind of inflation in the last decades. And right now the inflation is going up. The inflation is going up. The inflation that you see here from 2000 till now is nothing compared to what it will be in the next years. Okay, so this means that the purchasing power of your money is going down the drain. And if you don't invest, if you are a saver, you are a loser. If you are a saver, you are a loser, because your money will be gone in 5 or 10 years. Half of your purchasing power will be gone. So the big problem is you need to have at least 7 to 10% annual return with your money to just keep the same level of purchasing power. Okay, so it's crazy. And money is flowing into assets that produce higher returns. For example, the stock market. That is why we have very high stock market valuations. Why? Because it's a hedge against inflation. In the past, gold was a hedge against inflation, but right now, stocks are a hedge against inflation. And if you don't invest, your standard of living will get destroyed. Okay, will get destroyed, totally destroyed. And because there are a lot of other problems in the world, they will tax us. Okay, they will increase taxes on properties and so on. And if you don't have amazing returns with your money, you will get crushed. So the only winners will be investors. Okay, investors will be the only winners. But when it comes to investing, what to invest in? This is the big question right now. And I will talk about this topic in the next hour or so. Okay, so right now we have big dilemma, where to invest our money. Gold doesn't work. Bank savings don't work. Bonds don't work. We have stock market, we have crypto market, blockchain, we have new technologies. So we will talk about these topics. Where to put your money so you can succeed financially in the future. Now, before I get into details, some legal stuff. I'm not a financial advisor, okay? Thank God. I only share my experience, and nothing that I share constitutes a financial or professional advice. And if I mention any stocks, funds, other type of investments, it's only for illustration, okay? So this is something that you need to understand. I'm not a financial advisor, okay? Okay, so first thing, what are the mistakes people are making in the investing world and how to avoid them? If you are not familiar with this topic, nothing will help you because you will lose your money from the start, okay? So investing is not about being right all the time. I'm not right all the time. I will show you later how I was wrong about one investment in the last 2 years, but we still had 162% return with our portfolios. But I was wrong about one or two things, So investing is not about being right all the time. Nobody is right all the time. Also, Warren Buffett is not right all the time. He is wrong a lot, a lot of times. And I will show you how he was wrong. Very, very, very costly mistake that he did, and we didn't do the same mistake. We didn't make the same mistake. So investing, it's not about being right all the time. It's about avoiding big mistakes first, okay? First, you need to avoid big mistakes, and only then about making some good investments, okay? And I emphasize some good investments, because all of your investments will never be profitable, okay? You will make some mistakes, okay? And that's perfectly okay. But these are small mistakes, when you choose the wrong investment. But I will talk about the big mistakes right now, So what are the big mistakes to avoid? The first mistake is short-term trading, hoping to get rich quick, okay? Short-term trading is a death penalty for your money. You will lose your money by short-term trading. Forex, options, short-term trading stocks, crypto, whatever, day trading, and so on. This will destroy your money. This will destroy your psyche. This will destroy your family, okay? How do I know that? Because I have seen thousands and thousands of people who have gone through this path, on this path of short-term trading, and it destroyed them, Only a few professionals are winning this game. Approximately 99% of all the short-term traders get wrecked. And that's it, And I was there. I was young and stupid. I wanted to trade Forex for a living and so on. I lost all of my money at that time. So never do that, okay? Yeah, it sounds nice. They will tell you you just need to learn the strategies and so on, but then the professionals will beat you, and that's it, Then using leverage, borrowed money. So when it comes to investing, you can also invest using leverage. So this means that you borrow money from the broker, but this comes at a cost. First thing, they will charge you high interest, and the second thing, you will need to use stop losses, So this will basically destroy, because of the high volatility on the markets, this will again destroy your investments, okay? And you will lose your money. I cannot believe how many stories I have seen, people losing money by using leverage. Then the mistake number 3, investing money you can't afford to lose in risky assets. So if you are investing in penny stocks, in a very small companies, if you are investing in the crypto market or whatever, if you are over-invested in these areas, you will get wrecked. Okay, why? Because these investments are more risky. They have big swings, up and down swings, and because of the psychology, you will sell at the bottom and you will buy at the top, So you will basically lose all of your money. I have seen this story 1,000 times. Then investing large amounts of money in individual stocks. Individual stocks, I never invest in individual stocks. I will show you later how I invest in the stock market. My clients never invest in individual stocks. Why? Because you never know which company will win in the next 10 years, okay? In the year 2000, let me just give you an example. Today, everybody thinks Apple is company that will last forever. But in the year 2000, people thought the same thing about GE, General Electric. General Electric was the top company in the world, led by Jack Welch. It was the best, the most profitable company. What happened then? In the next 20 years, General Electric went down to almost zero. Now it's almost bankrupt. Okay, the stock price of GE went down more than 95%. Okay, so you can never be too sure about a single company. Okay, so that is why we are investing in the whole market, not in individual companies. We don't think that we are so smart that we can pick the right stocks here. Okay, because it's almost impossible. The next mistake, not diversifying your portfolio into different asset categories, okay? So if you have all of your money in just one category, for example, in gold or in crypto or in stocks or in bonds or whatever, you are risking your money because you never know what can happen in this world, you know. There are only probabilities in the investing world. There are no certainties. So when it comes to investing and portfolio management, you need to be invested in multiple asset categories, okay? Or some people have all of their money in real estate and so on. So never do that. Never put all of the eggs in one basket, okay? You might think that this is a sure bet, but market can surprise you, okay? There can be a black swan event, a totally unexpected event, and something can happen, okay? So never do that. Then, paying high fees for most financial products. This is one of the big problems that I had in my career. Where before I started to learn about these details, I invested in all of the products that my financial advisors recommended me. But unfortunately, these products like mutual funds and whole life insurance, these products have such high fees, you know, that the fees basically eat all of your returns. And I will talk about that a bit later. Okay, it's super important. You know, the most popular financial products are the worst ones for investors. Okay. And the last thing, being scammed. Avoid being scammed. You have a lot of these kind of brokers, you know, offshore brokers and crypto giveaways and stuff like this. You know, these things are scams. You know, they will take your money. We will trade, you will profit. Yeah, right. You will give us your money, we will take it, and you will never see us again. This would be the correct headline here. So all of these offshore brokers, all of these giveaways, all of this online advertising, you know, that is focused on this is just a scam. They will just take your money. Okay, so please, please, please use your head. Think about these things. You know, when it sounds too good to be true, it's almost always it's too good to be true. Okay, so be careful about your money. Always keep your money in a safe account. I will talk about the safety also later. You need to have a big broker. You know, you need to use big brokers that are very secure for all of your investments. You should never give your money to somebody else to manage and stuff like this. So please be careful, because this can cost you an arm and a leg. Okay, now to avoid all these big mistakes, I created a system that will help you to avoid all these big mistakes. So it's called the Millionaire Money Making Machine. And it has 5 steps. And this machine, this system, will show you how to invest the right way, how to preserve the purchasing power of your money, and how to take care of your financial safety. And by using this system, you will avoid all these mistakes, and you will invest in the best possible financial products for the long run. So, in order to succeed, to win the money game in life, you need to take these 5 steps. The first step is increase your financial wisdom. So first, you need to be financially literate, okay? You need to understand personal finance and money. Then protect yourself, okay? Here my system covers insurance products and precious metals. These are the tools that we are using for financial protection. Then grow your golden goose. These are your long-term investments that you are making for at least 10-year period, okay? So this is money working for you in the long run, okay? These are your long-term investments for your pension, for your children's education, for financial security, for financial power, and so on, okay? So pension and stuff like this. Then some people would like to get results yesterday. And that is why I have the 4th year, it's accelerate your returns. it's for impatient people. There are strategies where you can, with smaller amounts of money, not with your entire portfolio, but with smaller amounts of money, you can accelerate your returns. It's a bit more risky, but it can prove to be very profitable. And the last gear answers the question why. Why am I doing all these things? Because you have certain goals. You want to share your wealth, you want to achieve something in your life. Now, this all sounds very simple and easy, but unfortunately, the financial industry put a lot of big hurdles on the way. Financial education is just not available for most people. In our school systems, there is no talk about personal finance and investing. The games of protecting yourself, long-term investing, and accelerating your returns are rigged. This means that the financial industry set up these games in a way where you cannot win them. We cannot win them, And this is a big problem, because this basically means that most people lose money when investing. So, with all these games being rigged, how the hell can you achieve your big dreams and even share your wealth? There's no way. But fortunately, I created some amazing systems that will enable you to overcome these barriers and get amazing returns with your money. 3 areas of financial wisdom will make you one of the most financially literate people in this world, and you will never need financial advisors anymore. With the ARMOR formula, you will take care of insurance and precious metals, and you will take care of the safety of your family. Then you will feed your golden goose with the grain system. So we will gain with the grain. This is a simple system for long-term investing that will outperform 98% of investors. And I will show you how a bit later. And with portfolio boosters, you can improve your returns. You can basically boost your returns. And this is the reason why we achieved 162% portfolio growth in the last 2 years. And with all these systems in place, you will be able to get there fast, okay? To achieve your goals fast. So, first thing, let's go into the Grow Your Golden Goose module, okay? Long-term investing, okay? Long-term investing with the grain system. So like we said, this is the key, okay? Most of your money, most of your investable money will go here, okay? So where will this money go? Mostly we invest, not all of our money, but most of our money that goes into the third gear, into the long-term investing, goes into stocks, okay? Obviously. Why? Because stocks in real terms, after you account for inflation, outperform everything over the long run, okay? Stocks are the most profitable thing, period. And they are not a bit more profitable than other options like gold or bonds or similar things. They are like 70 times more profitable over the long run than everything else, So large stocks outperformed everything, and by a large margin, okay? So that is why we are investing in stocks most of our long-term investments. And the reason why this happened, why are stocks outperforming everything, is because when you are investing in stocks, you are investing in companies, and companies innovate, bring new value to the market. They change. One company dies, another one comes, and so on and so on and so on. So companies are the key to your investing success. Stocks are the key to investing success. But there is a big problem when it comes to stocks, and this problem is called fees. and commissions and fees. So the game of investing is rigged because of the commissions and fees. So let me give you one example, okay? The most popular investment products all around the world are mutual funds, okay? Mutual fund is just a basket of stocks, okay? So when you invest in mutual fund, you are not investing in individual stocks, but you are investing in a big basket of stocks, and that is okay. But what is not okay with mutual funds is that they charge very high fees. And it's the same with, for example, whole life insurance. You know, this is the life insurance policy where part of your money is being also invested in these products, okay? So high fees. And here is a very simple guideline. Small fees can easily halve your long-term returns. And I will give you an example now, okay? So pay close attention now. This chart is the most important chart in investing, okay? This comparison that I will show you now is the most important comparison in investing. So pay close attention. I am comparing two funds, okay? Two baskets of stocks. The first one, the blue line, is Fidelity Magellan. This is the mutual fund that has high commissions and fees, okay? For example, 1.5% annual commission and fee, okay? So expense ratio is 1.5% annually. Now, the blue line, like I said, it's a mutual fund. It's one of the best mutual funds out there. And it's investing in big American companies, okay? This fund is investing in big American companies. And then you have SPY, this is the index fund, okay, that is investing in the same companies. Because when you are making these comparisons, you need to choose two very similar basket of stocks. Otherwise, the comparison is not valid, okay? I cannot compare big American companies versus pharmaceutical companies, okay? It would not work. I need to compare two similar or the same basket of stocks. And the only difference between these two baskets of stocks is the commission and fee on an annual basis that you are paying, okay, without even knowing it. And the red line, the index fund or the ETF, so this is the same, index fund or ETF, the red line is index fund that is investing in the same basket of companies that the blue line, okay? And the only difference is that the commissions and fees are very, very, very low, okay? 10 times lower than for the mutual fund. And now let's see the comparison. 10,000 invested in both of these products a couple of decades ago would bring you 23,069 US dollars or euros or whatever, you know, British pounds, if you invested in mutual fund with high commission product. But if you invested in index fund or ETF, you would now have 101,000 US dollars, euros, or whatever. Okay? A bit of a difference, huh? A bit of a difference. Now, why is there this difference? The first thing is the commissions and fees, and then they are just being compounded through the years. Okay? That is why the differences at the beginning are small and in the end are very, very large. Okay? So the differences grow because of compounding, okay? Because of the compounding principle. Now, I will not get into the details what is compounding principle, but it's just enough to see this comparison. And that's everything you need to know about these products. So when I realized I was investing in mutual funds before I learned the details. And when I learned these details, I immediately sold all of my mutual funds and my whole life insurance. And I put my money into index funds, okay? So this is something that I call the dark side of compounding, the dark side of compounding. Not only your returns are being compounded, but also the commissions and fees, if you are paying high commissions and fees, are being compounded. And this is something that destroys a lot of lives, a lot of financial lives. That is why also Warren Buffett says that index funds make the best retirement sense practically all the time. So he is a very big advocate of index funds. And just for fun, in the last 15 years, index funds outperformed Warren Buffett. And I will show you later why. And by far. Okay. So when you become my Millionaire Money Making Machine course member, so when you join and you become a member of my course, you get to know everything there is to know about index fund investing. Okay, so the problem is that you have approximately 4,000 index funds available on the market right now, and most of them are not suitable for long-term investing. Most of them are not okay. They are speculative products and so on. So that is why I made my personal selection of 14 index funds that are the best of the best and are producing amazing returns. So this is my personal selection. All of the index funds that I'm personally investing in are on this list. All of my clients, all of my members are investing in the same list of index funds, but we are not investing in 14 of them individually, okay? So that is why I will share with you my satellite strategy. And this strategy will show you how to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 index funds that you will personally invest in, okay? Because different people have different goals. And a person who is 30 years old will invest differently than somebody that is 70 years old, okay? And that is why I have more index funds in the selection. And then with satellite strategy, I will show you how to pick the right ones for your risk profile, for your age, and your goals, okay? And this is super important. And I will also teach you, and I will show you step by step how to invest in index funds, how to open a good brokerage account, a good and safe brokerage account, which brokers are the best ones for different markets, for the US market, for the UK market, for the European market, for the South Africa, and so on. So all this is covered. And also when to invest in index funds, because timing, okay, it's not so important, but it's important, okay? And I will also teach you a strategy about how to make these investments work for you so that you will not buy at the top or something like this, you know. And all this is covered in my online course, Millionaire Money Making Machine online course, that is always updated. So I always update this course. It's always updated. So as you can see here, we have index fund selection for United States, for Canada, for UK, for other countries, also for Australia. I also have Islamic selection. If you are from the Middle East or whatever, you know, I also have Islamic selection. I also teach you how to buy index funds step by step. You know, there are video guides, and I show you, click here on trade, then enter this, then do this, then do this, and you have bought your index fund. It's simple and easy, but because I don't come from the financial industry, I still understand that people need help here, okay? So I go with you step by step through these videos, and you will have no problem investing in index funds. If you have your bank account, it's as simple as that, okay? You will just open another account, a brokerage account. If you already have it, perfectly okay, and you can use the one that you already have. But if you don't have it, you just open it with one of the biggest and best companies in the world, okay? Because you need to only use the big and the big names that are very secure, okay? Also, people sometimes ask me, how safe are these investments? If the broker goes out of business, for example, you keep your index funds. They are just being transferred to another broker. So the safety is really a top notch here. Okay, if it was not, nobody would invest in this. But all of the investors basically invest in these tools, in these vehicles, and they are using these big brokers. And this is very, very safe. Okay, the top safety in the world. And another question that I am constantly getting is about self-invested personal pension, or ISA, or 401k, so pension wrappers. So if you have a pension plan, can you use index funds in your pension plan? The answer is yes. Okay, so whatever pension plan you have in the UK or in the United States or in Canada or whatever, whenever, you can put index funds in your pension plan. Okay, and you can invest very tax efficiently. Okay, so it's not a problem, and I also covered this in the course. So when you invest in index funds, the best companies in the world are working for you. Okay, in a passive way. You don't need to manage your investments. You don't need to check your investments every day. These are the funds that are just working for you. These are your long-term investments that you will have for years. You will not sell this in 3 months. You will not sell this in a year or two. These are at least 5 to 10 year investments. Okay, and that's super important. So I cover all this in my course, in my online course. And here are a couple of testimonials. I thought I knew almost all there is to know about investing, but I put my emotions aside and learned from Robert's expertise. When Robert showed me the true cost of fees over the long run, I was stunned. I took immediate action to bring my investments in line with Robert's recommendations. He was investing in high fee products before that. This is one of my UK clients. Thank you for a well-informed course where not only was I able to understand fully the ins and outs of long-term investing, but given a step-by-step guide on exactly how to implement what I had learned. Simply brilliant. So you will get everything. I will lead you step by step. Okay, even if you are a total beginner, you will understand how to do it. Now, the big question: how Millionaire Money Making Machine members achieved 162.8% portfolio growth in the last 2 years. Let's take a look at this. Now, time period for comparisons, okay? The analysis was made for September 2019 to September 2021. And after that, I will also show you a comparison from 2012 till now, okay? Because I started with this course in 2012. So you will not say some people might say, you are cherry picking the time period here. No, I'm not cherry picking it. I will show you the total returns from when we started in 2012, and I will also show you the last 2 year returns. If we did this comparison today, the percentages may differ a bit because of the short-term market fluctuations, but I needed to take some kind of time period, So of course, these markets go up and down, but these are just small short-term fluctuations, and they are not important, because we will be comparing the same time periods. Now, in the last 2 years, okay, in this time period, S&P, these are the big American companies, 500 biggest American companies, grew by 51%, okay? So this is our measurement. This is our control group, okay? So 51%, and that's amazing. For a 2 year return, 51%, and accounting for the March 2000 panic, when all the markets went down by 30%, it's totally crazy, okay? So long-term average for the stock market is around 10% annually. But in the last 2 years, it was like 20% annually. So that's crazy, okay? Now, last 2 years, 10,000 investments. So let's say that you invested 10,000, okay? It could be 100,000, it could be 10 million, it could be 1 million, it doesn't matter, okay? Just for comparison. S&P 500, this means that if you started with 10,000, now you would have 15,100 in your account, okay? And that is not bad for 2 years. That's amazing for 2 year period. But my members achieved 162% growth. So 10,000 grew to 26,200. Amazing. How? How did we do it? I will get back to this in a minute. But first, let's take a look. I'm not cherry picking the period now. So let's take a look from 2012, when I started with this course, and let's compare the same thing. So S&P 500 from 2012 till now, or till September 2021, it did 240% return. Okay, so 10,000 grew to 33,000. Okay, so 10,000 grew to 33,000. Now, our portfolio grew by 627%. So 10,000 grew to 72,700. Okay, so if you invest, let's say 1 million, you would now have 7.2 million. Okay, and that's amazing. Okay, so how did we achieve this? The classical portfolio, S&P 500, it's like this car, if you compare it to our portfolio, and our portfolio is like this car, So which car would you like to have, Which car would you like to have? So how did we achieve this? How did we achieve this? And this is the super important question. We achieved this with portfolio boosters, okay? With the step number 4 in my portfolio, in my system. Accelerate your returns with portfolio boosters. Now, what was the first portfolio booster? In order to understand it, you need to understand where Warren Buffett went wrong. Warren Buffett's performance in the last 15 years is terrible. Okay, it's terrible. If you just invested in a simple index fund covering US companies, S&P 500, you would vastly outperform Warren Buffett, by a huge margin. Why? Because Warren Buffett totally missed out on the technology train. He didn't invest in Amazon. He didn't invest in Tesla. He didn't invest in Google. He didn't invest in Facebook, and so on. Okay, so Warren Buffett is an older guy already. Okay, this is just the way it is. And when you get old, you don't understand technology anymore. So this was his big mistake. He couldn't analyze the technology companies. He didn't understand the value proposition of these companies. He didn't understand the network effects that these companies have, and so on. And that is why he stayed away from all the technology companies. But we didn't. We from 2012 on, we invested, my clients and me, we invested in technology. So let me give you the comparison. So mutual fund, if you invested in mutual fund in this period, you would have 112% growth. Okay, this is the high fee product. Okay, and this is very similar performance that Warren Buffett had. Okay, Warren Buffett maybe just outperformed a bit mutual funds. That's terrible. Okay, that's terrible. Simple index fund covering US economy, biggest United States companies, produced 224% return in this period of time. But index fund, technology index fund, okay, technology index fund, so index fund covering technology companies produced 542% returns. And this was one of our satellites with our satellite strategy. So we didn't invest everything in general economy, but we put some money, 10% of our money, 20% of our money, we put this into technology companies, okay? Because I knew that this is a huge potential, okay? Because I understand technology. I research technology all the time. So I know what technology is all about. So we invested in technology companies, and this increased our returns by a huge percent, okay? And that was super important, okay? And the second thing that we did, we invested in future technologies. So one of the boosters that we had was technology index fund. And the second booster is future technologies, okay? And now take a look at this. This is just one example, okay? This is just one example. Blockchain technology. This is the technology that will drive finance, that will drive online gaming, that will drive virtual worlds, that will drive new financial services in the future, okay? We invested in this technology when it was still early, okay? So for example, July 21st, 2020, okay, I showed in a video, I said, market update, Q&A, and crypto investment opportunity. So this is the crypto market, okay? This is the crypto market. And I showed them the comparison. And I said, look, the crypto market here, when you see the arrow, is very similar to technology market in the year 2007 or 2009 or 2010. And I expect a huge boom in the next year, okay? I expecting the huge boom in the next year. When was this? 21st of July was here. The total market cap of the crypto market was 250 billion at that time. Now it's more than 2 trillion. So almost 10x. The whole market went 10x, 1000% up from the video that I made for my members. And you will, when you join the course, you will get all these videos, all this history, you will see it there, because I upload all the videos that I record for my members. I immediately upload them to the online library, okay? So we invested before the herd. We invested when the prices were still very low, okay? So, and this was the email that I sent on that day, hi, the recording of today's session is now uploaded, blah, blah, blah. And, the crypto and blockchain market is set to boom. How to get your piece of the pie. And I showed my members how to do it, how to invest in this market. And we did amazingly well. Then, for the laggards, for the people who maybe didn't, invest at that time, I sent additional couple of emails in October. So 15th of October, I said, the case for Bitcoin, the case for Bitcoin. The price of one Bitcoin is currently 11,200. I think that there is a high likelihood that in the next year or two, it could reach 30 to 50,000. Okay, and I underestimated Bitcoin. I underestimated, So we were investing in Bitcoin when it was 11,000, and we have amazing returns here. Then on the 22nd of December 2020, I said, Bitcoin is great, but here is the key growth investment for 2021. And I said, I call it business crypto projects. Business crypto projects like Ethereum, Cardano. And this is the backbone of the entire future industry of decentralized finance that will work on these platforms, and it is already working on this platform. And this is the future. The banking system is okay, but this will basically overtake banking system like this, with regulations and everything, regulations will come and everything will come, but this will overtake because it's 100 times better than the current banking system that has high fees, that is slow, that is inefficient, and so on. So this future will come sooner or later. And but you need to be in these markets, before this happens, And I said, business crypto projects could easily 10x to 20x in this crypto bull run. That's 1,000 to 2,000% returns. Okay. Now, what happened? I made this screenshot when I was making these comparisons, the numbers could be a bit different right now, but it doesn't matter, because these numbers are huge. So year-to-date return for Ethereum and Cardano, and these were two of the projects that we invested in, were 380% for Ethereum and 1,300 for Cardano. This is just year-to-date return for this year. 1 year, less than 1 year. Crazy. And we invested before that happened. Okay, we invested before that happened. We invested before this price surge. Okay, and this is the important thing. So we invested in the end of 2020, and all of this growth was made this year. Okay. So the key to extraordinary returns, the key is be ahead of the curve. To be ahead of the curve. If this is the curve, my members invest here. We don't wait for the herd. We invest before the herd. So when did we invest? I was doing this course for years, and I started to recommend business crypto projects not in December 2020. I did it before. I did it in 2019 and throughout 2020. But the last recommendation was at the end of 2020. So even if you started at the end of 2020, you would have like 3,000% or 1,000% return with these business crypto projects. So we are ahead of the curve. And with all the new technologies that come, I'm researching them constantly. And I will tell you about them before the herd comes. Okay? And that's the key. That's the key. So in my 2020 guidelines, so I also can be wrong sometimes. Okay? In my 2020 guidelines, so these were the guidelines for the previous year. Okay? I gave 3 important guidelines in the beginning of the last year, when the COVID crisis happened and stuff like this. So, and this is meant apart from stocks, because we are constantly investing in stocks. Okay, so apart from stocks, I gave 3 guidelines. 2 of them made us huge amounts of money. 1 didn't do anything. It produced a small loss. So, gold and another product that is tied to gold, we have minus 20 to 0% return with this additional investment that we made. Okay? And I was wrong here. I was totally wrong. I thought that gold will be a good hedge for inflation. It didn't happen. Gold is gone. It's forgotten. That's it. But my other 2 guidelines performed amazingly well. Bitcoin up 300 to 600% from when my members bought it, and business crypto projects are up 300 to 2,500% from where my members bought it in 2020. And as you can calculate for yourself, if you have 2 investments that had this kind of gains, you can easily stomach minus 20% or minus 10% for one investment. Overall, you are still okay. Overall, we were still in the last 2 years. So we didn't invest all of our money in crypto. We didn't invest all of our money in the technology index funds. We invested 10%, but because this 10% grew by so much, it pushed our entire portfolio up 162%, okay, compared to 51% for S&P 500. And this is the beauty of my investing system and my portfolio boosters, that you will get into these boosters before the herd, okay? Couple of testimonials. Dear Robert, Your hard work and commitment to knowledge and expertise are a life lesson to learn from. I'm not saying this because of the profits we are all making right now, but because of the amazing financial changes, knowledge, and open-minded I became since I was introduced to your Millionaire Money Making Machine course till now. A big thank you to you, Robert Olick, and all the life-changing opportunities you are providing to the people around the world for them to become financially better equipped and living a better life with the ones they love. You are officially our mentor-in-chief. Okay. So, what will be my top investments for the next 5 years? So, what will be probably top investments for the best performing investments for the next 5 years? Now, of course, this is just my opinion, okay? You always need to use your own judgment. And I can also not guarantee you, okay? I showed you what kind of returns we are getting, okay? But of course, I cannot guarantee you that we will get the same returns in the future. Nothing is guaranteed in the financial world, you know. There is always risks, you know, there are always risks. And there are no certainties, there are only probabilities. But I think that there is a high probability that the top investments for the next 5 years will be, first, stocks in general. I don't expect that something terrible will happen to stocks. And even if it does, they will just go back up, you know, like they always did, you know, because you need to invest your money somewhere, you know. And even if there is a temporary panic, then investors flock back in, you know, and that's it. So if there is a correction in the stock market, if there is a panic in the stock market, we will be more than happy because we will get a new entry point for our new money for the lower prices, you know, and I will show you how we do it in a couple of slides later. The second thing, technology. Technology will not go away. But the new technologies will always be an amazing investment, okay? Then decentralized finance industry, so blockchain, the whole crypto space. You need to have a bit of good timing there, okay? But I will provide you with all the guidelines and I will show you when I'm buying, when I'm selling and everything, you know, in this market, because this market is a bit more short-term oriented than the stock market. Future technologies, you know, robotics or artificial intelligence and stuff like this, and maybe some new technologies that will come, you know, that are not available right now. And I will update you about all these technologies. Now, of course, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, with the first step, Lao Tzu. And if you would like to take the first step in the investing world with me, I prepared something amazing for you today, okay? So this is my Millionaire Money Making Machine online course where you can get all this knowledge, you know, for all these systems and subsystems in one place. It's always updated. You can watch this, you know, this is a video course. You can watch it from the comfort of your home, and it will be always available for you, okay? So it doesn't expire. The fee is 2,997, so 2,997 euros, okay? So 2,997 euros, okay? This is in euros. And here is what you get. You get 3 areas of financial wisdom, and this will help you to take complete control of your money and investments. Then Armor formula for financial security of your family, insurance products, and gold. So we will be covering insurance products and gold here. Then grain system for long-term investing, especially in index funds. Money working hard for you, and you will gain with the grain. Then you will get all the updates and everything about the portfolio boosters, and you will be able to accelerate your returns. And I also have a module covering the best strategies that helped me to achieve my financial goals. So a bit about money making also in the course, okay, but just a bit. And the last topic is how to allocate your money. depending on your age and goals. So how much into stock index funds, how much into crypto, how much into gold, and so on and so on and so on, depending on your age and goals. Okay, so you get the complete solution. I've been subscribed to the Millionaire Money Making Machine community since February of this year. Find your material and presentation to be the most thorough and best explained approach to investing I've ever come across. I'm so pleased I finally found someone who puts things into perspective clearly and is genuinely concerned about the average little guy investor, you know. And then he says, financial community who for the most part is just interested in separating one from his money, you know. So it's a bit of a difference. This will be the only investing course you will ever need. After you become a member, you will never need another investing course. That's it. That's it. So this is money working hard for you, and time commitment is just a couple of hours per year. We are not traders. We are not short-term speculators. We are buy and hold investors, and we maybe make a couple of interventions every year, and that's it. You know, this is a couple of hours per year. No trading. I already have more than 5,000 members in this course from 40 plus countries. You know, basically it's from people from all around the world are in this course, from United States, UK, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Australia, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, France, Germany, Netherlands, New Zealand, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, so more than 40 countries. And the requirements. So what do you need to have in order to become a member? You need to have at least $5,000 or euros or British pounds or whatever, Canadian or Australian, to invest. Okay, you can start with less, and you can also add funds later. But if you will not have 5,000 in approximately a year or so, it will just, you know, this course will not be okay for you, you know, because you need to have some money to invest, okay? Otherwise, it will not work for you. You think long-term, and very important, this is not for get-rich-quick people, okay? I don't want to have traders in this group. I don't want to have people who think that they will get rich in 1 year or something, okay? Now, we had amazing gains in the last year, in the last 2 years, in the last 8 years, you know, but there can be down years, you know. You never know. There can be a huge depression in the world, you know. So you never know what will happen. And I don't want to have short-term traders or people who think that they will get rich in 4 months or something, okay, in the course. So you need to understand that this is for long-term investors who understand that there are ups and downs in the market, okay? This was the first course that showed me in the most practical way what to do and how to do it, which buttons to click, and how to get great returns when investing. This course gave me way more value than any other training to date. I bought your MMM home study course last week, and I wanted to say a big thank you for your amazing teachings. I now feel I finally understand investing better. I like how you have simplified the information and given a logical process to follow. So this is very important. I don't come from the financial industry. I still understand how an average guy or girl thinks about this topic. So I explain everything in very simple terms. Michiel is from the Netherlands. I'm getting so much new insights about how to set it up, and I feel you really want me to make it work without only making money. I lost 23,000 by an online binary scam 2 years ago, and I wish I had known about this course and I wasn't just trying to get rich fast. I quickly learned things that seemed like a science fiction to me just a week ago. Robert kept his promise, and this is truly the only investing course I will ever need. Maya is a famous former professional tennis player. Now, because you are with me here live, I prepared a very special opportunity for you, okay? In this opportunity, I will give you a bit of a discount and I will give you some bonuses, okay? So what is this opportunity all about? Now, if you go to my website, robertoli.com, you will get this price. And a lot of people join for this price, 2,000, almost 3,000 euros. But today, because you are with me live, I would like to give you a bit of a discount. So the fee, the one-time cost to get into the Millionaire Money Making Machine course is 997 euros. So your investment is 997 euros. And this is nothing compared to the value that you will get in the course and the returns that you will get in the course. So 997, it's a one-time payment, okay? 997 euros. This is approximately 1,200 US dollars, okay? You can order already at robertoli.com/yes, but of course, I would like to also give you some additional bonuses, okay? I will just post this link first, okay? I will just post this link and then I will tell you about the bonuses, okay? This is the link. So bonus number one. Every year, I have 2 online live sessions for my members where I give the market update, I give some guidelines, and there is a Q&A, okay? So you can ask me anything, okay? So annual subscription is $249, but I will give you this as an additional bonus. So in this special opportunity, in this special offer, you will get this free. So this means that you will be covered for, this will be this. You will get this for as long as I do this. Okay, so when I die, you will not get this anymore. But I think that I will do this for a long time. So you will basically be covered for years and years and years. Okay, so you will get 2 Q&A live online sessions annually for free, and you will also get the recordings. Okay, you will also get the recordings. So the last session I had was in June, and I gave market overview. I was talking about inflation. I was talking about guidelines for the next 6 months, and so on. Okay, and then you also get a recording. Bonus number 2, regular email updates and support. When I'm buying, what I'm buying, why I'm buying. So this is $297 per month, but again, you will get this for free in this special offer. So this is super important. Let me just give you one example, okay? So on the 12th of June, 2020, I sent this to all of my members. Stock market down 7%, buying opportunities emerge. And I said, stock markets around the world went down by 5 to 7%. This could be a good opportunity for the first or next investment, okay? Now, this was here. Good timing? Now, don't expect this kind of timing from me every single time. But when there is an opportunity on the market, I will let you know. When I'm buying, when I'm buying the dip or something, I will let you know. Okay, so we were basically buying at the very bottom here, and from then till September, the returns were like 50 to 7. Yeah, this is like 50% returns. 50% returns, in just 1 year, Yeah, very important. This was during the March 2020 crash, where everything went down by 30%. So this was sent exactly at the bottom, okay? Exactly at the bottom. When the stock market crashed by 30%, I sent this email, 16th of March, okay? So this is 16th of March. And I said, in my last article, I continued, but if this, so in, I previously I sent them an article to all of my members, and I said in this article, but if the stock market falls by 30 or even 50%, it could mean a once-in-a-decade opportunity for long-term investors. And I said, like I said, I'm not selling my long-term investments at the bottom. But the last year I was not investing in stocks, and I have a lot of cash waiting for the right opportunity. And all of my members had cash waiting because we said in the previous year, before March 2020, we said, don't invest now because the stock markets are a bit, too high right now. So, and then here we invested when the stock market fell by 30%. And as you can see, it was not a bad idea to invest at the time. It was not a bad idea. And also the returns were not so bad. So basically we were investing at 120 and then it went up to 230, so crazy. The word to describe Robert & Company is focus on clients, business, and financial education. Every time when I listened to your recommendations, I had great results, and vice versa. When I didn't listen, I had great losses. Gabriel is one of my clients from 2014, and like he says, you just need to listen to my guidelines and you will be probably okay. My email support, if you have any problems, I will answer you via email on the same day, okay? This was at the height of March 2020 crisis, when everything was, crazy. And one of my clients, this is Srini from United States, was asking me about some products that his financial advisor recommended to him. And I said, no, stay away from these products. I have very high fees and so on. And he said, great, Robert, I appreciate your quick response during these times. I see some people are not even responding and you are changing the lives of many people. Great job. I want to thank you for helping me to increase my financial wisdom. I looked into things to learn that I was losing money with my investment. My advisor was making money off me for doing basically nothing. I have now moved everything into cash and I'm looking to invest on my own with the help of my system. This is the problem with the financial industry, that they are working for themselves. So if I summarize, you get in this special offer, you get the complete Millionaire Money Making Machine home study course, you get lifetime access, okay, and it's always updated. 2 times annually, you get Q&A live sessions, and you will get my email updates when I'm buying, what I'm buying, why I'm buying, okay? And when I'm selling something. You get all this for free for a one-time payment of $997, okay? $997. You can pay with cards, debit cards, credit cards, all cards work, okay? All cards should work on this order page. And you also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So in 30 days, if you don't find that this course is 10 times as valuable as the fee, as your investment, I will gladly return your money, okay? I will give you your money back. No questions asked. That's it. So when you come to this website, robertolich.com/yes, when you come to this website, you will just enter your personal details, and then you will enter your credit card or debit card number, and then it will ask you, would you like a VAT invoice? So this is only for business owners from European Union, okay? So I have a company in European Union, so if you would like to have a VAT invoice, just select an option yes, otherwise select option no, and just leave out the next two fields empty. Okay, so if you are a business owner from EU and you would like to be invoiced on your company, just select yes and then enter your VAT number and company name and address. Okay, it needs to be official name and address that will be on the invoice. Otherwise, just select no and leave the next two fields empty. Okay, and then just click pay and that's it. So this is, yeah, if you are not a business owner from EU, then just select no and that's it. This is the genius part, how you chunked up to the level of world history, markets and finances, comprehended it, and then bring it down to a few points, a few strategies and clear execution plan for each of us in different countries, and no background info needed to understand and implement your strategies. Simply stunning discourse. Hi, Robert. With shares investing, I swore never to just follow anyone blind again. This came from the greed and unreliability that I have often seen with these so-called financial advisors. They were only good for and focused on themselves. With you, I noticed something completely different. Professionalism, openness, reliability, aimed at sharing success, discipline, planning, realism, and integrity. You know, this is the feedback that I'm constantly getting. I did more than 100 different courses and webinars, and your approach to your clients is the best. I agree, great value provided, the ROI is priceless. Robert, just wanted to deeply thank you and your team for all the financial education courses and books you have created and brought to help others. As of 20, so he invested a part of his money into the crypto market as per my recommendation at the end of the last year. So basically, in a month, I have doubled my investment. You know, and this is something. So we are ahead of the curve. You know, we are ahead of the curve. So now let's go into Q&A. Okay, let's go into Q&A, and I will just leave this slide up. Okay. Are you a millionaire? Of course. Today, if you want to do something like me, you need to be multi-millionaire. You know, so I have millions in my investments. You know, different investments from the stock market to the crypto market and so on. So of course. How long will the offer be available? So this is only for today, okay? This offer is only good for today, okay? This offer is only good for today. Does this course cover the crypto market? Yes, it covers the crypto market, and I will give you very small very small portfolio of coins, just a few, you know, that you invest in. Okay, so this is something that I will give you, and I will also give you video guides how to invest in the crypto market. Okay, and I will also, you know, update you about the timings. You know, when is the good time to invest and so on, because it's not always a good time to invest in the crypto market. Oh, yeah, if you are already my CPP member, please write an email, okay? So if you are already my CPP member, that's another course that I'm doing, please just write an email, okay? Please just write an email, and we will sort everything up via email, okay? Okay. Can I pay via bank transfer? Yes, but in that case, please write this email. I will post our email address. Okay, I will post my our email address. So this is my support email address. Okay, So programs@robertoli.com. So if you if the order form doesn't work, if you would like to pay via bank transfer, please use this email. Okay, please send an email to this email. Yes, and for CPP members, also use the same email, programs@robertoli.com. Okay, so just reply to one of our emails and you will be okay. Okay. Okay, let me check other questions. ISA, SIP, self-invested personal pension, and so on. You will be able to invest in index funds through your 401k, through your ISA, through your SIP, okay, or any other pension plan that you might have, okay, to be tax efficient, okay, so that you will get all these tax benefits. So you are currently investing in different financial products, maybe mutual funds, through your pension plan, and then you can just switch to index funds. It's very simple, okay? Index funds are ETFs? Yes, index funds are ETFs. This is the same, okay? This is the same. I'm 65 years old. Will this work for me in the short run? Well, this is basically for long-term investors. Now, of course, some investments will, you know, if you have money in mutual funds, it would really pay off to switch everything to index funds immediately, you know. So depends on how you think, you know, because you need to also think about opportunity costs. But if you are, let's say, 75 years old and you don't invest anything and you will not invest in the future, or you just have like some kind of government pension, then it's, you know, it doesn't make sense to join. You know. Very good offer. My financial advisor charges more for 1 hour meeting. Yeah, that's the problem with the financial industry. And then he will also, of course, recommend high fee products, or she. Yeah. Why using index funds and not buying 100 stocks? First of all, it would take a lot of time to buy 100 stocks. The costs would be much higher. So it's much easier, and it's more effective, and you will spend less money if you invest in index fund. Okay, it's much simpler, and you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 products, and you don't have 100 investment products there. What is the minimum amount to invest in index funds? Well, there are no minimums, but I recommend 1,000 or more. So when you are doing index fund investing, you should invest in chunks of 1,000 or more. Okay, that's just general guideline. Okay. Okay. Are there any upsells and future costs when I become a member? No. When you invest in the products that we talked about, there are no upsells. This is the only course that I have. You know, I have several other courses, but it's only for people who want to be more aggressive in, let's say, crypto space or whatever. But the general, the key things for the crypto market are already covered here, and the small portfolio with the biggest projects in this space is already covered. So for somebody who just wants to get into this space, this is more than enough. But then I have a special course, you know, CPP course, for people who would like to be very aggressive in the crypto space, you know, and would like to have larger selection of coin, and would like to have daily updates and weekly updates and so on. And this is something separate, okay? But for general investing, that's more than enough, okay? Millionaire Money Making Machine course, it's more than enough. You will never need anything else, okay? I'm from India. Will I be able to invest in index funds? Yeah, sure. India, basically, you can invest in index funds from anywhere in the world. maybe, okay, if you are from Iran or Syria, maybe you will have problems, but India, no problem. You will be able to open an account with Interactive Brokers India. Interactive Brokers is the broker that most of my clients are using. It's one of the biggest brokers out there. And they have a special company in India. It's called Interactive Brokers India. And when you will open an account, you will need to choose, I think, that you want to trade products on the National Stock Exchange of India, okay? And also international products on international exchanges, okay? So you will need to choose that you would like to trade both National Stock Exchange and international products on international exchanges. And then it will allow you to buy all the index funds in our selection, no problem. Just signed up. Congratulations, Mike. Congratulations. Yeah, one important thing. When you register, you will get 2 emails from us. Okay, please check your spam. Okay, and when you are ordering, please double check your email. Okay, you should be getting 2 emails in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, the first one is access credentials for the course. Okay, for the online course, and the second one is our thank you email where we describe what you got and everything. Okay, so you will get 2 emails. One is the access credentials for the online course, and the second one is our thank you email. And it's very important that you mark us as safe senders, because all of my emails will be sent from robertori.com. Okay, so in order that we don't get into spam, please mark us as safe senders. Can I start with the course in 3 months? Yeah, sure. You know, you can start whenever you want. You can purchase now, and you can start in 1 month. You can start in 3 months. You know, it's your course. It will always be updated. You can start whenever you want. Okay. Is this suitable for total beginners? Yes, like I said, it's very simple, step by step, video guides, everything. So even if you are a total beginner, you will understand everything. Yeah. Can you implement all the strategies in the course without a financial advisor? Well, that's the point of the course, okay? You will never need financial advisors anymore. Yes, that's the key. That's the key, you know. Safety of index funds. If the broker goes out of business, it's totally safe. Your index funds are just transferred to another broker. The safety is really top notch here, you know, because if it was not, all the millionaires, all the investors are investing in these products through brokers, you know. And if it was not safe, nobody would invest. You know, it's the same as with stocks. How many members do you have? Yeah, I already told more than 5,000 members from more than 40 countries. Okay. And I have been running this course from 2012. Okay, from 2012. Is it a live training or recorded one? So it's an online course, but all the Q&As and webinars that I do for my members are live. And then you get also the recording. So the entire course is an online course. It's recorded, and it's always updated. So if anything changes, I make new recordings and I upload them, okay? And I notify you. But 2 times per year, you will get a live session with me, okay? Where you can ask any question and so on. So 2 times per year, every year, you will get a webinar with me live, okay? With the recording. Kalina, I'm already one of your clients. how come that I've started receiving notifications for this webinar rather than updates of the program? You should be getting updates of the program. Maybe you subscribed with another email somewhere on my site or something. So please just write an email to us and we will sort it out, okay? Yeah, this is the problem is probably that you subscribe to something else, you know, and then with another email or something, and then of course our CRM system thinks that you are also a new client or something. So we will sort this out. Just write an email, okay? Oh, can you invest through your company, or does it need to be through individual accounts? Yes, you can always invest through your company. But of course the tax aspects will be a bit different. So whatever you invest to your company will go into your profits, you know. And if you invest via, you know, like an individual, then of course you will be taxed differently. With all the profits, you know, you will pay capital gains taxes. How long is the training in total in hours? You will be able to go through the entire content in 2 to 3 days if you, not full days, let's say 2 to 3 evenings, okay? 2 to 3 evenings. It's a very simple course, and you will need to go through some videos, of course, but it's very chunked, you know, it's in chunks. So you don't need to watch everything, you know, at once. You can go step by step. The first topic, for example, increase your financial wisdom, is maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, you know. And then the index fund investing, it will take you also maybe 2 or 3 hours, you know, to go through. And that's one time, you know, and then you get the complete solution, okay? All of my members have the same results because there is no learning curve. You know, because they are just using my strategy and my selections, and you just invest. You know, there is nothing to learn. Like, you know, if this was a trading course, I would need to teach you like 1 year, and only after that you would lose your money with short-term trading. But I don't do that, okay? So I will give you solutions. I will give you exactly what to do, how to do it. That's it. And all of my clients have the same results. The only difference is when you started. That's it. Yes, if you are already my member, please send an email to programs@robertoli.com, and we will take care of all of your questions. Okay. Okay. Can I post the link again? Yes. Sorry, I will just post the link again. The link again. That's it. Yeah, here it is again. Okay, I think that I answered all of the questions. So if you have any additional questions, if you have any other problems, you know, purchasing or whatever, so this offer is only good for today. So if you have any questions, if you have any problems and so on, just write an email to, and I will post it again. Here it is, programs@robertoli.com. Okay, so let's wrap everything up. I would like to wish you an amazing financial future. And remember, investing is simple. It's the financial industry that works hard to make it complex. So thank you and goodbye.